All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. Trade deadline tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Last chance for teams to get better. Some teams will get worse. Thanks to BetUS for sponsoring this show. As always, get over there. Use the promo code YouTube150. Gets you 150% deposit. Bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. 125% on your next two deposits up to $2,000. Use it. YouTube150. So let's talk trades.
Yeah.
And anytime we do this, everybody just goes, we don't have anything to trade. We don't have anything to trade. So let's just start with this. So 2025, we have a first and 2/5 now. Yeah, we might get a comp pick. Doesn't matter. We don't have it now. So that's what we have. 2026, we've already shuffled some picks around. Cam Robinson obviously could be a 4th, could be a 5th that we lose. Cam Akers, again, there's some picks there that were kind of swapped around. But 2026, let's just say we have some ammo. So there is some ammo out there.
Well, and
if we want to dip into it.
And you touched on it. Like the shuffling of picks has been like you're not just giving picks anymore. You're just trading picks and a player. So that's kind of become the new norm in the NFL. It's just you're not giving a player for a pick. It's like you're swapping picks and still getting that player. So you're usually getting something back. So it's not like it's not like you have to give up a pick. You're gonna probably get something back in return. Just trade.
Yes. So let's start off with this. Let's flip it around real quick. Again, there was rumors from some sources that the Vikings actually could potentially unload a couple players. So let's start with a couple of those. They got Brian Asamoah, another name that continues to get tossed around, which just blows my mind.
I can't imagine what his trade value would be, like a 2026 7th rounder, and we get an undrafted pick. I don't know what you'd even get for this guy. He doesn't play. And you see these players like, Baron Browning was just traded for like a 6th rounder. Was that earlier today or yesterday? So players who actually do play and produce are going for nothing. So what's a guy like Brian Asamoah going to get you? Someone would have to be very, very high on him when he came out of college. Someone who thinks they can, fix this guy, unleash him to give you anything. And I still even think at that point it's probably a pick 2 years down the road and a very late one at that.
Yeah, and same with the Caleb Evans, another name that's been kind of floated around there. If it's anything, it's a conditional late round pick or a swap of picks, something weird. I think you agree. I don't think these guys are going anywhere. I don't think anybody's going to trade for these guys.
But that being said, I would give them up for anything.
Oh yeah, I think anybody would be willing to just get whatever you can. One name though, Patrick Jones. Dallas Turner, snaps increasing. Patrick Jones has definitely quieted down from his eruption of a start as a free agent next year. Patrick Jones, what do you think? Oh, patty cake if he got traded.
Call me stupid. Call me crazy. I was actually just thinking about this when I had myself a little workout. I thought, you know what team needs an edge rusher? The Lions do.
We wouldn't. That's you. I will call you crazy. I will call you stupid. Lions will trade for somebody. We're not trading them a piece to make them.
I'm just
better.
saying we did business with T.J. Hawkinson with the Lions. We've done it before. We've missed around.
The Lions sucked ass.
It's out of the box. It's out of the box. I just thought, you know what?
I feel that you may get some comments of hatred.
That's fine.
It'd be nice to Lupagus down there.
I'm just saying it's really out there, but.
It is out there. But Patrick Jones, I mean, again, honestly, like if you can get really, it's not like people are giving up a 4th round pick for Patrick Jones. It's going to be a later round pick. You got to at least consider it, especially getting Dallas Turner out on the field. It's a win-win.
Well, yeah. You got Turner out there, then you got Hottie as well. So it's like you don't have anything behind him. You could definitely swing him, get some kind of a pick. And I think, it was a 6th rounder in 25. Is that too much to ask for?
You say Hottie? Who's Hottie?
You have board. They call him Hottie.
Really? I don't know if I knew that. Hottie Patai. I love it. Hottie with the sack.
Yeah. So, and you got Bo Richter. You got those young guys too. I mean, so there is other players there who could provide some pressure. So I think, Patrick Jones does make sense to move him right now.
So those guys the Vikings could look to move away from. And well, you can throw out some names, but if let's just go with position. If the Vikings were actually going to make a trade, what position do you think it would be?
Well, I mean, after last night, you like to see something on the interior of the offensive line, but I don't think there's really anybody there you're going to be able to get. So D-tackle. I go back to D-tackle, and I go back to Dexter Lawrence. Like, what could you get to get him? And you talk about you don't want to hurt the future, but getting Dexter Lawrence here is only good for your future. And, I mean, it's a potential spot you're going to use your 1st-round pick anyway. Get a stud, a guy who's actually playing like he could be Defensive Player of the Year. Probably won't get it because he's on a really shitty team.
Yeah. No, I mean all those names, the Simmons, everybody loves that. It's just you look at Adam Schefter, all these names that are floating out there like available guys. They're never even there. They're basically saying they're untouchable. So it's good to dream. I'd love it, and I think it would cost a king's ransom.
Yep.
But I don't think it's going to happen. It would be beautiful. Other positions like you said, interior offensive line, cornerback has been thrown out there. Marshawn Lattimore sounds like he's going to be up for. Somebody's going to trade for him. Sounds like the Chiefs are interested. So there's some big names out there. One position though, inside linebacker. What if Blake Cashman is just really not that close? It's been such a liability.
Just somebody who excels at coverage. Some linebacker who's just off the charts in coverage.
Just isn't absolutely horrible at it. Doesn't even have to excel at this point.
I want him to be really good at it. I don't care if he can tackle on to cover at this point. That makes sense. It's an underrated position. And Vikings have already made 2 trades. Well, it's not to say they'll not do a third one. Yeah, they ain't. I mean, it's not F those picks, but it's pretty close. They are not scared to trade at all. Like if I had to bet on it, I would say they're not going to. But anything is possible. Speaking of bet, let's go over to BetUS real quick. Yeah. Let's look at this Vikings Jacksonville Jaguars. Vikings coming out -4. Yeah, and Jacksonville's been playing teams tough, but I think the Vikings are going to roll in this one. Wow. Absolutely, just confuse Trevor Lawrence. He's going to look like ass. Yeah.
Oh my God, I hope so. Once again, use that promo code YouTube150 over at BetUS. Fantastic customer service, fast payouts. Well, we at least got to talk about the gentleman down in the corner.
Yeah.
It was Diana Rossini. Somebody was saying it, and it sounds like the Panthers would probably take anything for him at this point as well. They're not going anywhere. But what about a nice little reunion or a potential wide receiver coming in?
It's fun. It's fun to think about. He's going to be a Viking again at some point. I don't know why you go up any draft capital for him at this point in his career with what we have right now on the roster. I love Adam Thielen. I just don't think this team needs him at the moment.
No, I think you're right. Would he have caught in that pass a couple weeks ago when Jalen Naylor dropped? He damn right he would have.
Hell yeah, he would.
But you know what? The ship has sailed. It would have been, it is what it is. When it comes to wide receiver, I don't think they're going to make a move. If it is, I think it comes on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, but one thing's for sure, we're going to be watching that waiver wire very, very quick, very, very closely. As soon as something comes up, we'll be all over that thing.
We will, and let's hope the Packers and Lions don't make a crazy, huge impact trade. I'm a little worried about that. Lions sounds like Zadarius Smith. It's almost like a done deal. I mean, it sounds like it. Packers, that sounds like they want to add some players in the secondary. Let's just hope they kind of just stay as is.
The Packers should try to find 53 new players.
Packers should try to find a quarterback. I know that.
Wow.
Yeah, shots fired. All right. Let us know in the comments. Do you think they'll make a trade? Do you want them to make a trade? Put a player down there and let us know. Tomorrow, 3:00 is the deadline.
All right, remember this. A Zorse is the offspring of a zebra stallion and a horse mare.
Source?